What's going on, world, and welcome to the series opening episode of Sneak Peek Season 7, also known as Coast to Coast. As always, I'm your host, George Kill. Glad you're tuned in to another 6-episode season that will include a number of double episodes. Now, our Coast to Coast season will see us unveil some of the best and most well-organized collections in various regions of the United States. You will see one of the best shoe assortments ever assembled in the South, plus a 3,000 sneaker collection on the East Coast, among others. But today, and midway through the NBA Finals, we open up the season with Bay Area resident and Golden State Warriors reserve Andre Iguodala, who owns one of the better sneaker setups, design-wise, that we've ever featured on the series. Take a look.
I had a sneaker closet when I was in Philly, and it was just like this big room. It was just shelving. It was just white room, so it was kind of boring. And then that was around the time I was really into Air Force Ones. It was probably 06, 07. I had every pair of Air Force Ones that was ever made in the size 16. So when I came here, I wanted to do something that was a little different, that kind of had some personality about it. First of all, it had to fit the amount that I had, and it had the right spacing, so my big foot shoe could fit in there. But with this lighting, I didn't even know this was gonna be in here. When I came home one time, it was all done. My son actually pushed the switch and it lit up in the dark. I was like, whoa. So that was something special my stylist put in for me that was real cool. I think my collection is a lot different from other guys because a lot of guys just get like, all the new Jordans come out this weekend, I'm gonna get those. I kind of pick and choose which ones I want, and it kind of means something, and I'll just keep the ones I really like over the years, or there's a backstory behind them. Like these 9s right here, I like these because they kind of have a meaning behind them. These are the Kilroy 9s, and they got the 4 on the back, and it's like, who was Kilroy? I'm like, who was that? I kind of did some research on some old commercials, and I think Kilroy was he was a guy going around playing basketball, but nobody knew who he was. But it was actually Michael Jordan. It was during his retirement, and he was just going around still playing as like Kilroy. And it was like, we don't know who this guy is. He had different face and everything, so that was cool. So it was a backstory behind that shoe. So like that's kind of something that goes behind what shoes I decided to keep. For me, it started when I was 7th, 8th grade. You used to start keeping shoes, just to say you got them in your collection. But at that time, I mean, you didn't have that many pair of shoes, so you was basically wearing them. So they got worn out. But once I got to high school, once I got on the basketball scene, the perks of being a ranked high school basketball player, you get a couple kicks here and there, and you start collecting them a little bit. And once I got to college, Arizona, we were a Nike elite school. We were one of the few colleges where they gave us the freedom to wear whatever we wanted. So Arizona is known as, kind of the Toronto Raptors of college, where you see all kinds of different retro kicks and Nike IDs of all crazy colors, because Coach gave us that freedom. We kind of started that even before the NBA players were doing it. So I kind of carried on with that tradition. Probably the one shoe that ignited my love for sneakers, probably the foam posit. And it's funny because I actually got the originals. Like, this is the original foam posit. I was able to find these 10 years ago. So these are actually the originals. These aren't retros. So I was in the 6th grade, 7th grade then. These were for Penny Hardaway. Mike Bibby actually wore these in the national championship game in Arizona in '97. And my brother was a big Mike Bibby fan, so I was a Mike Bibby fan too at the time. So this is kind of, I always liked sneakers, but this is when it kind of really kicked off for me. How many pairs in my collection at the moment? If I had to take a rough estimate, I'd probably say 250. I got a lot of storage, so I don't know how many's in there anymore. I was reading something on DJ Clark Kent, and he was saying how he's not a sneakerhead or a sneaker collector, whatever he was saying. He was like, that term isn't for me, because he was like, I'll wear something, but I won't hoard it. I give it to my nephews and cousins. So I kind of thought that was a good idea. I only keep shoes the ones I really like. But if it's something I haven't worn in a while, I'm starting to give them away or find somebody that likes them. My style is kind of like my game as far as being versatile. Being able to mix it up, do different things. For me, it's just being comfortable in your skin. What's your mood that day? I enjoy putting on a nice suit, but at the same time, I enjoy wearing something that just tailored perfectly to my body, whether it be a pair of jeans or a jumpsuit. It just depends on my mood, but I'm able to just not be stuck in one box where I can do a lot of different things. I know what the most worn shoe is because it's beat up, but this is the Jordan 1s. And I pretty much can wear this with anything. This is probably the most worn looking shoe too. Every time I see Ryan Leslie, the producer and the singer, he always got them Jordans on and they are destroyed, but it never looks bad. Like, it's like, okay, it goes with what he's wearing. And he's real meticulous about what he has on, and he wants his Jordan to look that beat up. So always been a fan of the Jordan 1s. These don't look worn, but these are the Jordan 8s. I had these since like 2005, probably before that, but I was wearing these like for like 2 or 3 years, like once a week, like, and they still look new. I walk too light, like my shoes too tight. That's a Jay-Z line, but I walk light with my shoes on. Another pair that I wear a lot, I wear these a lot. These are newer, so these probably aren't the most worn, but I wear these a lot. These are the Concord foam posits. Penny Hardaway's a player I kind of wanted to model my game after when I was a kid, so I'm a big fan of foam posits, and they finally started making them in the 16, so I try to find as many pairs as possible. Zoom Revis is one of my favorite Nikes of all time, because back in the day, Nike used to do a lot of shoes, like personalized shoes for football players, whether it was Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders, Junior Seau had his own Nikes. A lot of guys in football had their own Nikes, and that was a big thing growing up, and as it had been a while, and when the Revis came out, he was hurt that year, but these shoes were super comfortable. I almost played in the game in these. These are super comfortable. I used to wear these pretty much every day when I was in Denver. I wear 3s a lot. And the 3 I probably wore the most, the True Blues. I probably wore these the most out of my 3s. The elephant print pretty much stands out in these shoes since the day they were brought out. And I think these were the shoes that brought Michael Jordan back to Nike, they say. So I pretty much keep these in the rotation a lot. Not as much as I used to, but they were in the rotation heavy a few years ago. This is a shoe I wear a lot, actually. The Yeezy 2s. I always wear this with a dressy look, but if I'm wearing jeans with a dressy look, I always throw these on, just because, you know, it's kind of as dressed up of a sneaker as you can get. The red ones I haven't worn at all. I'm kind of scared to wear them. I think I might get shot or robbed, so I stick to the black ones. This is my Olympic shoe, and this one was signed by everybody. This is like half, and the half is on the other shoe. These are the Hyper Dunk Lows, 2012 London Olympics. And this one was kind of cool. This was kind of like the Houston All-Star edition. I wasn't on the All-Star team this year, but Nike made me this special makeup of a Hyperfuse. This is 2013. So this is a cool, funky shoe I did. I got a bunch of player excuses in Philly that I like, and all those are pretty much at my mom's house. In Philly, you just had that black and red colorway, so that always stuck with me. Like that was a lot of fun. Here in Golden State, I'm getting 2 shoes in 3 different colorways per shoe, so that's a lot of variety. It's a lot different. They mixing it up, spicing it up, so that's always a lot of fun too when you have a lot of options. Non-athletic shoe that I like, these Saint Laurents are a lot of fun to me. It's kind of a play off the Jordan 1s, and I think those shoes pretty much go with anything. They're real versatile as far as what you can put with them. So these are my favorite right now. It's really hard for me to find shoes, so I really have to go looking. So like some guys wear 13 or 12. It's easy for them to find shoes, so they can just, you know, go online and find whatever they want and just pay whatever amount. Like I really got to search up and down, but I'm a fan of Rudy Gay's collection. Rudy Gay has a lot of exclusive kicks, and it's not just anything. Like he just won't just get all the Jordans or all of Air Max. He'll just find specific ones. So I like his style and how specific he is with his shoes.